Good guy.
You guys have had some success on the road this season. I mean, you attribute that to anything in particular?
I do not. To me and to us, I mean, I hope they're kind of all the same in terms of our preparation. For whatever reason, I think a lot of teams in our league have had success on the road. And I don't know what that's attributed to. I really don't.
How's the offense been this week with Shaq back on defense?
Yeah, and so, we'll see what we do with Shaq. We always got him packaged and always have him ready to roll. But working hard. We'll see.
On the flip side, things feel maybe a little settled with him, at least back more on defense in practice and all that. Does it feel like maybe getting back to normal in some ways over there?
Yeah, well, like I say, I always say we got to play the games to figure all that out. Practice is one thing. Shaq's a calming influence over there, with no question.
And what about John Ross? I mean, would it seem like progressing? I mean, just again, so new to the position.
Yeah,
and
just so new. So everybody, there's a lot of work to be done and a lot of progression to be made. And, those guys are, working real hard.
Did you have to kind of treat this week for him like Shaq's week for Colorado, just in terms of just maybe trying to immerse him and get him ready that way?
Well, I mean, even last week, was kind of the same. It was kind of a, in some ways, I think it's exciting for guys to, learn some new things. And again, Coach Lake had done some things with him really each week a little bit, but we really hadn't taken a step with him. And so, I think he's making progress.
You talk about how difficult it can be for a senior to really have a way better year as a senior than he did as a junior to make that jump. With Howley, he was already pretty good last year.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you seen from him this season that's allowed him to do that?
Yeah, he's just such a conscientious guy. I mean, in his preparation. And, the one thing with him is, if it's not just right, he's so focused that sometimes, we gotta kind of back him off and calm him down. Hey, it's okay. It's not always going to be perfect. But I think that's also his strength in terms of how he prepares and how much he cares about it and trying to get things just right. And when you do that over time, day after day, that's when you'll be able to take that next little step, which for him is really big. And, I think Danny's done some of that as well.
It still look like Howley's going to be able to.
Yeah, he's practiced all week and all those things. But we'll just, we'll see.
Is it the weird thing with stingers that sometimes it maybe almost feels like it could be worse, and maybe sometimes it is because it's so dangerous being the neck and those kinds of things?
Well, I think our trainers and doctors are all over this stuff. I mean, whether it's a concussion, whether it's whatever. I mean, we're on top of that pretty good. But, just injuries in general. You think, hey, you watch a guy early in the week, sometimes you're like, there's no way. He goes out and plays fine. Or the other guys practice full speed, and they go out there and last couple plays. And so, I mean, he's been fine. He's been working hard. We'll just see how this game goes,
Based on the kind of process that you have for Cyler and just kind of how he's going, do you think that kind of aha moment's coming for him?
The aha moment, I really don't know if there's that aha moment when you're developing at all. Because I don't think you just snap your fingers. Got it. I think it's more like a door opening. It's a process that over time. You kind of look back and go, wow, we've come a ways. And so, but it could be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and all of a sudden it starts to feel a little bit different. I think he's focused, and he hasn't wavered in terms of his preparation, playing a really good defense, and so challenged in a big way. But I'm always anxious to see him go out and see if he can take that next step.
Do you think if there's maybe the turnovers and whatnot are eliminated, that all of a sudden elevates his play and makes maybe his outlook a lot brighter in general?
Well, I think we've been pretty good with the turnovers. I think if we can, maybe calm down in the pocket a little bit and throw some things downfield a little bit. It's really, like I say, it's always hard for those scrambling QBs. Things aren't there they want to go because he makes a lot of yards with his legs. And so that's a fine line of, okay, how long do I hang here? When do I go? And I think that progression is still going on.
Coach Smith said Ben Riva and Dexter Charles have been getting some reps this week.
They have.
Any hope one or both of them might be close? Or?
Yeah. I think Dex will definitely be in the mix. And Ben, I'm not really sure what Coach Ross has planned, but he has practiced.
How do you teach in practice the whole staying in the pocket thing? How hard is that to rep?
Really hard. But there are drills that we do, and they help. And I know from way back when I was a young rush watcher myself, how you can change things. And so that's over time with drills. And it can't be just done with drills. It's got to be with real football as well. But again, I go back to that, you're talking about that aha moment. I don't think there's one like, I got it. Oh, this is how it is. It's just getting comfortable in there. And I really think that some guys are really can be very good at it, and other guys, that may always be an Achilles heel. I think you can be an effective QB, but I think the really, like when I watch the NFL guys, the really, really good ones, those elite guys, the one thing to me is how good they are in the pocket.
Is there one particular area within that Cyler has improved, just in terms of footwork or just patience or understanding or anything like that?
Yeah, and I think we're making progress. I mean, you'll see throws here and there, and there's guys pushed in his face where he hangs in there and tries to throw a ball in there. It's those little things, and sometimes it might not even be complete because maybe there's a push in his face, but it's like the right thing to do. It's the right throw to make, and so, yeah.
If I remember correctly, he won a couple of state titles in high school. How difficult is it for a guy to maybe experience some adversity that maybe he's never dealt with before and having to kind of work through that as well?
I think state titles, no state titles, adversity for everybody is always challenging. And, I think that's where we're all challenged the most. I think that's where we can all learn the most. If we can stay strong, we can grow as much as anything. I mean, I think I say this every week. It's all good when it's good. I mean, that means very little to me. Anybody can do that. Anybody can jump on. Anybody can have great days when it's good. But when it's tough and hard and tough sledding, that's when you really start to see what guys are all about and if there's growth being made. All of us. I'm just talking about Cyler, all of us.
I know obviously you'd be jumping ahead, but what do you think a win in Arizona would do for this program right now?
I think it'd be great. I mean, we're talking about a really good program, and those guys, you guys know that they're doing a great job, and so we'll have to play really good football, and so that's what it would mean. We're playing really good football, and I think that's where we are.
Do you feel also it reinforces that what you guys are teaching and the process that you're going through right now is validated?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get a win, and you figure you're making some process, certainly when it's an elite opponent.
With Deontay Cooper, there? We talked about it in the spring, I think, but was there some hesitation at all on your part early on with his injury history?
Yeah.
Not wanting to push him too hard, give him too much, at least early on, and kind of see how he would hold up? Or what was that process like for you, having a guy who'd gone through so much like that?
Yeah, I think you're correct. I mean, boy, he has been through a lot, and those knees can be funny animals. And so early on in the spring, I was kind of holding my breath quite a bit, but he did a great job there, and he's been such a rock out here the entire season. The one guy that we've always been able to count on is Coop, and so that's been good to see on many levels. One for him personally, one for our team. We've needed him, and it's nice when good things happen to good guys.
Has he earned more chances as the weeks go on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we going way back. We talked about how we need that depth at running back. It can't be one guy. It really can't. It's just we need more than that. We need 3 to 4 guys. And so, Coop's always right there, knows what to do. He's going to play hard, going to give his best. And, that's what's really satisfying for the coaches.
Any unique details in terms of the preparation for this game, like just the travel and the relative heat or the desert, relatively early start, things like that?
No, I mean, I think the early start is good. I think most people like that. And, instead of practicing outside the whole time, been inside a little bit more, but nothing more than that. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.